Hello students, I believe you all happy as a lark. Today I am going to give revision from first unit. First prose. Learning the games already. Anuman gave the revision. Please once again you take a look at that video. Now I am going to give from the first unit a poem. The title is Stopping by Woods on a Snowy Evening. Stopping by Woods on a Snowy Evening. The author is Robert Frost, is the author of this poem. It is a memory poem. It has 4 stanzas. You need to by heart memorize these 4 stanzas for the exam. Clear? Let's take a look at the summary. Page number 20, summary is given there. Complete the summary of the poem by filling in the blanks is given. After a long travel, the poet entered a forest. Here, who's the author of this poem? Robert Frost. Okay. One day he was traveling, so on the way he saw a beautiful woods meaning forest. Okay, he stopped there and he was looking at the beauty of the forest. Okay, after a long travel, the poet entered a beautiful dense forest. It's filled with snow. Okay, snowflakes. He wondered to whom the wood belonged. Yes, actually the owner of this forest lived far away place in a village. So he was thinking of the owner of this forest, woods. Then he stood aside and he was enjoying the beauty of the forest. He realized that the owner of the wood lived in a village. Yeah, he believed that owner of the woods lived in faraway place in a village. He thought that the owner would not be able to see him stopping in his wood to watch snow fill the woods. Actually, this woods, forest filled with snow. It looks very beautiful. Okay, so he believes that the owner would not be seen. Okay, then the poet felt that the horse would think it very strange to stop near the woods, as he had never seen this farmhouse. Yes, he was thinking of the beauty of this woods, and this woods, he was standing between the lakes and the woods. Near this woods there was a beautiful lake. Okay, that also looks very beautiful. There in between this lake and woods, he stood there and he enjoying the beauty. It was evening. Okay, so it gives more beauty to that place. He was actually standing between the woods and lake. The time was evening. Yeah. The horse indicating that the poet has made a mistake by shaking its head. The horse, talking with him by moving its gesture. Okay, so it's shake his head and it's making him understand we stood in a wrong place, because there would not see any stable, right? A horse is supposed to be stopped in a stable, so that's there. This horse couldn't see any stable. Then why this author stopped his horse there? The horse was thinking about it. Okay, so it gave a sign to this author. The poet felt that the woods are lovely, dark and deep. The woods, it looks very beautiful. That evening, that evening place, this evening time, this woods looks very somewhat dark and beautiful. Then he suddenly realized that he had worldly duties which would not allow him to step in woods for a long time. Yes, immediately a thought stuck in his mind. See, in our life also, for example, if we are traveling on a road, okay, if we look at only the road, the travel will be boring. Fine. We have to enjoy the beauty of both the sides of the roads, right? Beautiful nature, people, shops, everything, we enjoy it. Along that, we have to travel on the way. That also we should not what is get off the track. That too very important. So on the way to achieve our goal also, we have to enjoy the worldly things, but should not stuck in a place. If we stuck, definitely we get off track from our goal. That's what the poet insists here. You have to travel, you have to move on your goal. At the same time, you have to enjoy everything, and you should not deviate, get off from your goal. You have to achieve that. Then if you are get off and enjoying worldly things, definitely you miss your goal, right? Your life become empty, right? So that you have to achieve, as well as you have to achieve your enjoy and achieve your goal. That's what insisting. Okay, so immediately stuck that worldly, a lot of responsibilities he has to done, so that he immediately left, moving from that place. That is what the summary of this poem. So please learn this poem. Then take a look at the glossary part. That's very important. You need to learn that. Cure meaning strange. What a cure idea. Then I heard cure steps. Like this, you can use this word daily usage. Okay, while talking you can use the cure meaning strange, odd, something specific. Woods, forest. Okay, repeat all these words as much as possible, then it is stuck in your mind. An area of land covered with a thick growth of trees, a dense forest. Then harness, trap and fitting by which a horse is fastened to a cart or carriage. Harness. Frozen is ice form. Okay, ice, you know that one. So frozen, the lake, frozen lake, the water turn to ice. Okay, frozen. Sweep to move swiftly meaning quickly and smoothly. Move swiftly and smoothly. Then down is soft and fluffy. That is snow, you know, that's so soft and fluffy. That's what I mean here. Snowy flake, a small piece of snow flake. Clear? Please learn this glossary part. Cure, woods, harness, frozen, sweep, downy, flakes. It's important, you have to learn this. So who's the author of this poem? Robert Frost. The title of the poem is Stopping by Woods on a Snowy Evening. It's very important. Okay, then let's move to the question answers. 2 lines given, then asked 2 questions also. Please learn this, is quite easy. Then he will not see me stopping here to watch his woods fill up with snow. Here he refers to, he will not see me. So the poet is thinking, right? He refers to the owner of that woods. Okay. So who does he refers to? He refers to the owner of the woods. Then to which his woods fill up with snow. Identify the season with these lines. Yeah. What the season here? Here it's a winter season, right? That's what I mentioned here, winter season. The next, my little horse must think it cure to stop without a farmhouse near. Who's the speaker here? Here my little horse. Here my refers to this poet. Okay, poet only riding on the horse. So my refers to the poet. Who's the speaker? The poet speaker is the poet. Okay. Poet is the speaker. Why should the horse think it cure? Cure meaning strange, odd. Okay. So why it's a thing? It's a personification. Think it cure is a personification. There is no farmhouse nearby. Usually the horse is stopped in a farmhouse, right? There was no farmhouse. Then why did he stop this? That's what the horse was thinking, and he give a stitch, just a moment. Okay, but the horse rider has stopped his horse there, so the horse thinks it cure, right? Then rhyming words as to pick out a cure near. From the first stanza also you can pick out the rhyming words. You need to take it out from the last reading by last line. Okay, last word. Know thou, here snow. So here know thou, same sound. So yeah. Here be. Then snow, same sound. So yeah, be, yeah. That is what rhyming words here. Okay. The next. He gives his harness bell a shake to ask if there is some mistake. Yes. Whom does he refer to in these lines. He refers to the little horse. Here he gives his harness bell. Yes, this horse, to shook his head, right? Giving a message to this rider. So here he refers to this little horse. When you are answering this question, you should read this poem. But by reading, you can understand. Okay, through that only you can answer properly. Then why does he give his harness bell a shake? He gives his harness bell a shake to ask if the poet had stopped the horse there by mistake. Yeah, it was asking to the poet whether you stopped by mistake or not. That's what it is, shook his horns bell, right? Then how does the horse communicate with the poet? The horse communicates with the poet by shaking the bell in the harness. Clear? Please learn this question answers. Move on next. The woods are lovely, dark and deep. But I have promises to keep. How are the woods? Yeah, what about the woods? It's a evening time, right? So it's somewhat dark and deep, dense forest. So it's look very beautiful, right? It's a winter season also. The woods are lovely, dark and deep. So what are the words here described here? Lovely, dark and deep. Who does I refer to? I refer to the poet. The woods are lovely, dark and deep, but I have promises to keep. Here I refers to the poet. Okay. Then what are the promises the speaker is talking about? The promises are the responsibility the speaker has to fulfill. In our life, we have a lot of goals, some responsibilities we have to fulfill that, right? That's what he says here. The promises are the responsibilities. Definitely we have a lot of responsibility in our life that we have to fulfill it. If we deviate, we cannot fulfill it. We cannot enjoy the life, right? So we must fulfill that. That are the promises the speaker has to fulfill. Clear this much? Then, and miles to go before I sleep, and miles to go before I sleep. Here, why has the poet repeated the last line? The poet lays stress on the fact that he has to fulfill his responsibilities before his death. So he has repeated the last line. Yes, here he was giving stress to these two lines, repeated and giving stress. He needs to fulfill his responsibilities. That is must, right? In our life, we should fulfill. We should take some responsibilities and we have to go on that, work for that, and we should fulfill that. That's must, inevitable, which means unavoidable. Clear? Then explain miles to go before I sleep. It means that in the journey of life, he had to fulfill many responsibilities. He wishes that he should fulfill them before his death. In our life also, we have a lot of desire, passion, wish, right? Then goals. So to achieve all these things, what one should do? We should not stuck in one place. If we see some attractive or enticing place or things or whatever it's, if we stuck in one particular place, what will happen? We cannot move on next. We cannot achieve or enjoy other beautiful things in our life, right? So we should not stuck in one place. We have to go on. On the way, we have to enjoy everything as well as you should achieve your goal. That's what he says. You should not stuck in one particular place. Then your life become what is dead, like that. So beware of this. That's what the poet insists here. I hope you understood this. So please learn all these question answers and glossary part. Then it's a memory poem. So 4 stanzas you need to learn this. Clear? Then a summary also. Please once go through that. That's it. Thank you. Meet you in the next class.